Now in this video we will see various practical formulas that you will use to solve the questions related to queuing theory. So first of all, let's see the formulas. The first thing you should know, first of all, we will be searching in the question about the arrival rate. Arrival rate is basically how many customers arrive in 1 hour. Generally we take the hour, but we can take minute also. But to have a uniform pattern, in most of the questions we will see the customers arriving in 1 hour. So it is denoted with lambda. The sign is known as lambda. The second concept that you will use in the question will be service rate. It is the rate at which service is being provided to the customer. So it will also be seen in 1 hour. How many customers you are able to serve in 1 hour. It will be denoted with mu. So it is known as lambda. It is known as mu. So these two terms are very important in case of queuing theory. Once you have searched these two terms, you can directly apply the formulas. So first of all, I'll start with the basic formulas. Now you must all remember this point also, that arrival rate will always follow Poisson distribution and service rate will follow exponential distribution. So this line you will see in every question. One more thing is there, that the service rate, it should always be greater than the lambda arrival rate. So the service rate should be greater than the arrival rate. If you are not giving the service more than the arrival rate, then queue will never terminate, and our task is to manage the queue. So in every question you will see mu will be greater than lambda. This is the property. So now let's move on to the formulas. So in the question, the first formula that you will be using is utilization rate. Utilization rate means like how much capacity you are utilizing, the rate at which available service facility is utilized. So it is also known as traffic intensity, or you can say average service rate. It is denoted with small p, and the formula is very simple: mean arrival rate upon mean service rate. As you have seen, arrival rate was lambda and service rate was mu. So when you will be dividing these two figures, mean arrival rate and mean service rate, it will be giving you the utilization rate. So if you have to conclude from this answer, sometimes it will be told to you to give interpretation. You can say if P is less than 1, it shows that service facility is not fully utilized. Service facility is idle, so it is not fully utilized. If P is near to 1, it means that P is very high, and so consequently the waiting time will also be more. The third interpretation can be, if your P is greater than 1, it shows that the queue will never terminate. So you can see the proportion. If P is less than 1, it shows that service is not fully utilized. If P is greater than 1, it means service is fully utilized, but the queue will never terminate because the arrival rate is very high. So in simple queue problems, the traffic intensity is considered to be P is less than 1. As I told you that your service rate should also be greater than the arrival rate. So in most of the questions you will see, in majority of the questions rather, you will see that P is less than 1. So this is our first formula, simple. Utilization rate has to be calculated, apply this formula. Moving on to the second formula. Now the second formula is regarding the idle rate. If in the question you have been told to calculate the idle rate, it will be denoted with P0, and the formula is 1 minus P. You have seen the utilization rate, so 1 minus utilization rate, or you can say 1 minus lambda upon mu. So like this we can calculate the idle rate for any service facility. The third formula can expected number of customers in the system. So in the question you will be asked to calculate expected number of customers in the system. I told you the meaning of system in the introductory video. So there is a difference between the queue and the system. So when the expected number of customers in the system has been asked, its short form is EN. So the formula is lambda divided by mu minus lambda. So expected number of customer in the system minus equal to the customers in the queue plus those getting the service. So if you have been asked to calculate the system, so it means two parts are there: the number of customers who are standing in the queue and the number of customers who are getting the service. So for this, simply you just need to apply this formula, that is lambda divided by mu minus lambda. The fourth thing that can be asked to you in the question can be number of customers or expected number of customers in the queue. And for this, another term that can be used is waiting line. So the short form for this number of customers in the queue is EL. So EL formula is lambda square divided by mu minus lambda. So expected number of customers in the queue is expected number of customer in the system minus the number of customers getting the service. So we require waiting line. Sometimes in the question such words can be used. What is the queue length? So it is also your EL. Queue length is EL. So it will be denoted with EL. Formula is simple: lambda square divided by mu minus lambda. Now the fifth formula can be expected time spent by the customer in the system. So in the earlier two formulas you have seen expected number of customers in the system and in the queue. Now these formulas relate to expected time spent by the customers in the system and in the queue. So first formula related to this is time spent by the customer in the system. So you will call it ET, and the formula is 1 upon mu minus lambda. So expected time spent by the customer in the system means the time spent by the customer while waiting in the queue plus time spent by the customer while taking the service. So this will be the formula that will be used. The sixth point can be expected time spent by customer in the queue. So how much time the customer has spent in the queue? It will be known as EW. So the formula for EW is lambda divided by mu minus lambda. So the expected time spent by the customer in the queue will be the total time spent by the customer in the system minus spent by the customer while taking the service. So the formula is very direct: lambda divided by mu minus lambda in the bracket. Now sometimes in the question the probabilities can also be asked. So if it has been asked that probability of 0 customer waiting, it means no customer is waiting. It means everybody is getting the services going and there is no customer who is waiting. It means P0 has to be calculated. In the second formula you have seen P0 is 1 minus P, or we can say 1 minus lambda upon mu. Like this you may be asked probability that one customer is waiting. So if probability of one customer is waiting, the formula will be P0 that we calculated from the first point divided by lambda upon mu. Like this, if you may be told to calculate that probability that 2 customers are waiting, so in that case you will be taking P0 from this answer, then lambda upon mu power 2. So here it was power 1, it is power 2. So if you have been asked to calculate the probability that 3 customers are waiting in the queue, so of course the formula will be P0 lambda upon mu with power 3. Like this you can calculate till n. Now in another set of questions you may be asked about certain costs, because queue, when you are standing in a queue or service is being provided to the queue, certain costs are involved. So whenever the total queuing cost have to be calculated, so it will include the cost of waiting in the queue plus the cost of idle time. If you are sitting idle and doing nothing, that is also a cost, and if you have to wait in the queue, that is also a cost. So total queuing cost is calculated with the help of this. So if you have been told to calculate the waiting cost, we will see how many customers are waiting in the queue and what is the corresponding cost that will be given in the question. And cost of idle time also we will calculate how many customers have to be idle, how much service facilities were idle. Accordingly we will multiply it with the cost given. So this will lead to total queuing cost in the question. So this we will calculate if you have been told to compare the costs, or in the question certain aspects related to costs have been given. Otherwise we will apply the first 4 formulas that we have discussed. Now let's see the practical example and how you will be just putting the values in those formulas. In this question it has been given the arrival rate of the customers at a petrol pump distribution with average time of 10 minutes between one customer and the next. It means the customers are arriving like that there is a difference of 10 minutes in every customer. So we have to see what is the arrival rate, that is lambda. So you can write arrival rate and it is our lambda. So in 1 hour, how many customers are going to reach? If in 10 minutes one customer is reaching, of course we will be having 6 customers in 1 hour. So this is how you have to calculate your lambda and mu. You have to calculate the customers per hour. If in every 10 minutes one customer is arriving, you can well imagine that in 1 hour 6 customers are going to reach at petrol pump distribution. So same we will be calculating for the service as well. So for the service rate we use the term mu as I discussed. So it is mean of 3 minutes. It means every customer is given 3 minutes. So in 1 hour how many customers will be taking the service? It will be 20 customers per hour will be getting the service from us in the service station. So this is what we have to calculate initially in every question. What is the arrival rate and what is the service rate? Now whatever has been asked, accordingly we can apply the formulas. In this question first point has been asked, what is the traffic intensity? So we know that is utilization rate, small p. So the formula is lambda upon mu, that is 6 upon 20. So our utilization rate or traffic intensity is 0.3. Likewise in this question has been asked, find out the queue length. So you can see from your corresponding formula queue length, how we denoted the queue length, the number of customers in the queue. That was the queue length, that is EL. So we will put the formula for EL here, queue length. So whatever will be asked you can just solve that. So the formula for EL was lambda square divided by mu minus lambda. So everything is there. Lambda square means 6 square divided by 20 minus 6. So you can solve this. 6 square upon 20 minus 6. It will be 36 divided by 280. So you can say it will be 9 upon 70 customers. So this is the queue length. So queue length will be always be given in customers form, and the time spent will be given in the form of minutes or hours. So EL is this. Likewise, if you have been told to calculate the probability that the customer has to arrive, so it is the utilization rate 0.3. If number of customers has been asked, you can apply different formulas that we have done, like EN, EL, ET, EL according to the requirement.